All right, there we go. Hello, welcome back to Mother 2, EarthBound, and we're level 8 now. Great. Did grinding up off screen to get us to this point. Um, I've actually been feeling kind of faint the last little time out here. Uh, I recorded the first episode not too long ago today, only like a couple hours ago. It's been actually quite a bit more than a couple hours. It's been like 7 or 8 hours maybe. But I have decided before we go face Frank, we are going to stay at the hotel. And sorry if I'm stumbling over my words in that sort of way. I've been feeling kind of faint today. I've had a really sore arm today, and I went for a nice walk. I went for a nice walk outside. It was nice and long. Walked like 3 miles or something, and it was cold out. And when I got back, I felt like I kind of had a cold, so I just took a short little cat nap, like 15 minutes or so, and now I'm here doing this. Let's do this. All right. Anyways, I just want to say I'm so glad that that first episode is done and taken care of, because now I can focus on every other episode. I know that seems kind of inherent, huh? But it just comes from the fact that I really hate doing first episodes of things, and also I felt very apprehensive about doing this series before I started it, and I kind of had to push myself to do that first episode, and I'm glad it's done now. So the reason I wanted to wait until we were level 8 is so that we could use our custom PSI move, because Frank is quite tough early on in the game, and having PSI apes in this case. I'm very glad we decided to call it that, or I did. It wasn't very consensual, huh? So can take Frank out right away. So luckily we get a free move here, because this Frankenade or whatever it's called, Frankenstein, always generates a burst of steam first, so we can get some hits in first and actually beat it. I'll tell you, Frank was the first benchmark for what used to keep me from getting very far in this game when I was young, because I could not beat him, and I didn't really understand how RPGs worked when I was younger, so I didn't understand I was supposed to just keep kind of what I would do is whenever I'd get stuck in a game is I would just keep throwing myself at whatever was keeping me until I eventually just won, whether it was by accident or because I actually got stronger. So that's what was happening there. But now I understand things better. Also, all of the sharks are gone. The sharks have a 1 in 128 chance of dropping a pizza. The skater sharks, and that's actually something I want to talk about, is because there are a few 128 items throughout the game, and there's probably like 11 or something like that. And for those who don't know, there is a challenge some Earthbound players like to attempt called the 1 in 128 challenge, where you try to get all of these 1 in 128 items. I would like to just say, don't have any intentions of getting any of them except for the Sword of Kings in this run, but I do think at some point in the future, after this series is over, I would like to do a 1 in 128 run at some point. So just gonna talk to Burkle here. In the localization comprehensive from Tomato, there was a thing about how the mayor's name is like a pun on being bald in Japanese, and how the BH in his name might stand for bald head in the English version, which I think is very funny because I am immature. So now we have the key to the shack. We can head north. Oh my goodness, can't walk through those? That stinks. This game stinks. What a legendary. Oh man, that guy's dangerous, huh? Anyway, so we are going to head north here to the giant step now. And in case you're new to the game series, I just want you to know, please do not, I would not recommend using the sanctuary locations as a benchmark for like a percentage of the game we are through or anything, because it can be very misleading, because there's going to be kind of a regular rate we fight sanctuary bosses at for a little while, and then there's going to be a long drought where we don't fight any for a while, and then there'll even be a point when we fight a ton at a time. So here we are, the Rowdy Mouse, Gosh, these guys can be annoying. I hate how often they get smash attacks. That was weird. Did it? Okay, I guess my HP just scrolled really fast because it didn't look like my HP even changed there. It was weird. Anyways, I guess I just missed it. That's me. I like these backgrounds. They're very nice. And I also found out that you can actually change the color of your boxes at any point you want throughout the game, just through the settings menu on the startup screen. So at some point you might just see it change randomly. Black Antoids ain't anything. I also wanted to say that don't expect too much editing in this series. I'm gonna try to keep it like pretty raw and relatively uncut, aside from just starting and ending the recordings, because for one thing, I want to just keep this simple. You're going to get longer episodes when I do this series, but I am going to try to not do much editing because I don't wish having to do a 40-minute... Oh man, I got very lucky. I don't wish 40-minute rendering wait times and then export times on top of that upon my worst enemies. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, that's a lot of enemies. I'm going to try to despawn them. Let's see. Oh, that works flawlessly. Wow. Not that those enemies were particularly tough, but since I don't have any PSI right now, I'd rather not deal with them. Also, I do intend on trying to get to a level 10-ish before we take on the Sanctuary boss, just so that I can be confident in my abilities to beat them. Anyway, yeah, I have kind of a headache right now, just because I was feeling sort of like I had a cold earlier, and then I took a nap, and now I feel a little bit heated. It was tough getting to sleep for a little bit, even just because I felt so cold that I was like chattering as I was trying to fall asleep. Don't go in there. There's nothing in there. It's kind of a beginner's trap just to trick you into spawning more enemies. Oh wow, I'm kind of lucky in this case. There's usually a lot more enemies up here. I'm getting lucky with the spawn plates. They're basically spawn plates throughout the game that... Oh man, are you kidding me? Oh shoot, wait a second. Oh man, this could be bad. We're gonna have to see how this spans out. Oh gosh. Oh, whew. Okay. Let's use that hamburger. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that at all. I'm lucky he did that. Okay. Phew. I was expecting to. I guess that defines once and for all that the black antoids have 34 HP, because 33 didn't do the trick, but 34 did. I'm not sure how HP works in EarthBound. I know the bosses have set amounts, but I'm not sure if that's actually the case for... Let's see. If that's actually the case for whatchamacallit, just regular enemies. I don't know if they're like... Okay, phew. Just attack slugs. Attack slugs are actually a 101-28 enemy. Anyway, I wasn't sure if... I'm not sure if the HP that enemies can have works in the same way that the types of the HP recovery you get from items works, which is HP is not healed at a set rate for healing items. It's an about. If you use the help on any of them, and I'll show you in a second, it just kind of says like it'll cure about this much. Oh, there we go, level 9. Very nice. We're almost to level 10. So if we go to... Let's skip this, for example. Skip sandwich. Gives you a spring in your step for about 10 seconds. It also helps you recover your power a bit. That's not... Hamburger. When eating, you recover about 50 HP. There we go. That's the terminology I was talking about. I think there's an item in here, but I think it's a cold remedy. But I don't feel like dealing with that right now, because usually there's Rowdy Mice in it. So I am going to... probably just try to get it on the way back. Man, I wish I healed at the hotel before coming up here. Let's try to run. Can we? Can we? Ah, man. I'm gonna speed up a bit just because I don't feel like this. I think you know what? I'll just speed up this battle. I forgot I can even do that. Because I'm trying not to do that very much, as I said in the previous episode. But, you know, for battles like these that are just really repetitive, I think it's pretty justified. Let's see. Can I get a... No, I was hoping I could get some sort of like back spiral on it. Green spiral, that's what they're called. I always want to call them back sprites just because of how it works in Mother 3. But I never end up doing it. So there you have it. Anyway, oh, I guess our level up gave us... some PP there. Didn't even realize. I'm gonna have the cookie right away. So luckily we get to this zone, which kind of sets up how dungeons usually work, which is usually there's a set location where a magic butterfly will show up. So there you have it, magic butterflies. They heal about 20 PP roughly. So I'm going to actually use this to my advantage, max my HP out, leave, and then re-enter the area, and the magic butterfly comes right back. What was that? That was weird. That must have been a crow or something down there that saw me and just like kind of, its AI made it run away from me. Magic butterfly, very good. Let's see how close we are to level 10. 250 for next level, we can do that. Anyways, oh, dang. I thought this was a different room for some reason. Anyway, we can just take on these black antoids for a little bit because they're really easy to get to beat. And they're relatively harmless. They do quite a bit of damage, actually, now that I see. But the good thing is that you can take them out relatively quickly, so there's not much of a hassle in fighting them. Ugh. Anyway, up here, there's no Rowdy Mouse, actually. Hamburger, very good. And we have 30 PP, that's very good. Just because of my strategy, what my strategy consists of in taking on the boss of this place. Oh, that's actually level 10, very good. I did not, wow, I didn't intend for that. That worked out pretty well. Wow, that was cheap. That happens occasionally in this game. I didn't think we would be seeing it there. I didn't even know it could happen there, but that makes sense. I'm gonna use these cookies as opposed to using my PSI to heal me, just because I want to be a bit conservative about it before we get up here to the sanctuary boss. You finally got here. This is the first your sanctuary location, but it's mine now. Take it from me if you dare. Ooh, anyway. So, what I always like to do is start out with an offensive PSI move. Good lord, I didn't realize everything was faster than me. That's cool. Just for the sake of, it's pretty much guaranteed to take out the black antoid cohort, or both of them. I always forget there's two because you can't see. And generally the Titanic Ant himself is setting up sorts of like offensive moves, like he was setting up. He was trying to get our defense down. So now that he's done that, I'm going to use this, and usually this third one will take him out. Let's see. And that we had just enough PP to do it 3 times. Very good. And very good. That was nice and easy. I promise not all sanctuary bosses will be that easy. And we're already level 11, which is good because for the next kind of thing we want to do, I want to be roughly level 13. Anyways, where I am right now in college, it's my sophomore year in college. It's finals week. I took 2 finals in the past 2 days. I took one yesterday, and then which was writing, well, it wasn't my final, but it was writing a final paper for a class. I have the actual final for it next week. And then, oh, damn, ow, sorry, I have such a sore arm right now. Ness caught a glimpse of a small, cute puppy. Ness's soundstone recorded the melody of the giant step. And if we use the soundstone, we can actually listen to it. So I finished another final today where what I had to do was, essentially I had to write 2 short essays. I finished one last night, and that one was done at around, I don't know, 1:32 a.m. Also, when you complete a sanctuary location, all the enemies in it inherently run from you. That's so weird. I don't know what's causing that. I should be getting green swirls on this, and when I was training off screen with the sharks, I actually was able to get green swirls on the side. Let's see if it works here. Yeah, there we go. And if you don't know, there's a function in EarthBound where you can get the green swirls if you attack an enemy that's running away from you, in order to, even if it's not sometimes, depending on your level, and use it to your advantage to automatically get some, I was gonna say HP, XP, which is very helpful, and I think it's a genius concept that's used in so few RPGs. And from a game that came from copywriters, like it's weird. It's like really neat to see how much these people who weren't video game designers are the ones that toyed with the medium the most in its conception. So here's something cool. If we enter I'm assuming these are attack slugs. Yeah. We can use PSI apes, PK apes, I won't make you watch all this, to just take them all out, and that gives you like almost 200 XP. Well, a bit shy of that, but you see what I am saying. And we're actually quite a bit away from the next level, actually. So I think I'm going to, before moving on, do a little bit of grinding here, just so that I can be comfortable with the next part of the game we're about to do, which can be sort of tough. Anyway, yeah, I've had finals the past couple days, and I actually don't have my next final until Sunday. It's Wednesday currently when I'm recording this. I don't have my next one until Sunday, which is very much a relief, and very good for my mental health, because feeling sort of sick the way I do, it's nice to be able to just relax in the meantime. This is a great area for grinding, by the way. I'm getting mostly black antoids, but usually you can get like the 5 or 6 attack slugs that you saw earlier to appear, and when they do, it's weird, and I'm not getting many spawns up here, and when you do, you can just use PK rock, and I'll probably be colloquially referring to it as, to take them all out. No, not even anything this time. Anyway, you can use PK Rockin' to take them out, which is very helpful, and you can grind relatively quickly, which is also very good. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Here's the oh, wait, this is so weird. There's only 2 of them. I guess not all of them joined the battle. Weird. Okay. And I guess I just won't use that while we're just dealing with these guys. It's kind of weird. Usually they all attack you at once, but those guys stayed pretty separate. I swear, there's something weird about this copy of EarthBound, because it's just like, I don't know. I've been getting like insane on my previous file too. I was getting kind of like insane stat boosts, but I think that might just be compared to Mother 1+2, which I had been playing before, which changes the way those things work a little bit. Oh, get over here. Get over here. Anyway, that's just something I've been noticing. Because my last playthrough, I finished the game with way more HP than usual. And oh my gosh, there are a lot of enemies here. I finished off the game with a lot more HP than usual. But then I looked at another person's playthrough who played theirs on the SNES Classic. And they had like about the same as me. So I guess it's really not that weird. So there we go. Now we know PK Shield, which is a good move to have. And I want to try to gain 1 more level before we head out. And usually I would do training off screen if possible, but I don't know. There's really no rush. Like, I'm not trying to, like, there's this huge like backlash to grinding on screen in video series like this, and I understand why people wouldn't like it, but at the end of the day, it's really just your decision to skip over it if you want, which is fine. And you know, it's also this idea of like, oh, there's not enough progress being made much each episode. At this point, when I feel like we've made quite a bit of progress, because we finished the first sanctuary location, we beat Frank, saw the mayor and everything, I feel comfortable just taking a little bit of time just to train a little bit. And there's really no rush. There's no rush anyway. Even if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't mind just waiting here a little bit, because these episodes are longer anyway. Let's see how much we need. 898. Okay, so I should probably try to refrain from taking on just 2 enemies like that, and instead just go when there's a big group of them. I do like that you're able to despawn things. I think RPGs overall that have more, I don't know, I just think better sort of dynamics with how their random encounters work. Because for one thing, I like that this game doesn't have random encounters. That's like Mother 2 or Mother 1 has, that I'm not a huge fan of. And yeah, I mean, and not to say that that makes a game inherently bad. It's just not my cup of tea usually. And you know, even Pokemon has that too. And I think it works better in Pokemon because there's at least a way to prevent it at some point. While in other games, it's usually just, I don't know, it becomes just like tedious to be like, oh god, I have to go through this area where there's nothing but low-leveled monsters, and I'm gonna have to inevitably face like 100 of them just because it's totally random. It's totally left up to RNG if I'm going to run into something or not. I just think it's kind of like, and I don't know, not an inherently bad game design, but I think it's kind of lazy. Because it's like, can't we do better than this? So let's get this. I feel like we're a pretty good ways to our next level up, which is nice. I'm going to want to stay at the hotel as well. I guess I'll just take these guys on, even though there's only 2 of them. It's okay. There's no rush, baby. And I feel, since with the length of these episodes, we're going to be finishing this game relatively quicker than most people would be in a video series. I feel comfortable. Also, I can't believe I just said, like, oh, I should stop going for these small groups, and then went on to do that like 3 times since. Oh well. I swear, cookies can be the bane of my existence in this game. They're such, like, just slot wasters for a game that already has pretty cramped inventory space. Relatively, of course, because it's a fair portion, but it's like, if you're a new player and you don't know about Escargot Express, which is very likely, I would say, unless you're using a walkthrough, and don't know that Escargot Express is a thing, you are going to have just an awful time trying to, oh, I thought there were more in there. You're just gonna have an awful time trying to manage everything, because there are so many key items in this game that you can't throw away, even after their key purpose is done with the game. It can become very frustrating, and Escargot Express isn't even a function I really used until my last, like, I don't know, 2 playthroughs of the game, 2 or 3 maybe. So, like, I understand the frustration. And that's something I also kind of appreciate about the Mother series, is that each episode, each installment is kind of is like a huge improvement over the previous, which I really appreciate, because there are a lot of games that stay relatively the same throughout their entire lifespans, like Pokemon. Pokemon's, actually, that's not fair. Pokemon's changed quite a bit over the years, but I still mean Pokemon's still relatively the same, and each Mother game offers a completely different experience, which personally is what I'm looking for when I play a video game, just like the experience it can give me. And I think that's like a fair thing to ask of a video game. Okay, I'm done waiting here. I'm just gonna go head down. Anyway, I'm sure we'll run into enough enemies to finish the level up on the way. Yeah, there we go. I mean, when I'm consuming any sort of artistic product, like a film or a video game, whatever it is, generally I'm just looking for the experience it can give me, and not so much most aspects of it. Because I can enjoy things. I don't know. I like to enjoy things. I hate the people who try to go into things just sounding like they wanted to hate it from the outset. It just, it's at that point you're not even really giving what you're consuming a fair shot in the first place, because you are just, oh, hey, we're already level 13. Because if you have a predisposition that you don't, there's nothing wrong going into something thinking like, oh, I'm probably not going to like this, but you shouldn't go into something saying, I don't want to like this, and actively going against. You shouldn't actively go against saying what you liked about something because it's not critically perceived well. And critically, critics are such a they're a beast of their own. A lot of them are pretentious, not to say all of them are, but I feel like the ones who are the most useful. Oh my gosh, wait, okay, I thought I never equipped the cheat bracelet. That would have been embarrassing. Anyway, those who, the most valuable critics oftentimes are the ones that are, who just sound like people, Roger Ebert, the film critic, he, 1779, sweet. Yeah, money's not much of an object in this game. It's just a matter of how much you have on hand at a time, really. Anyway. Ugh. Roger Ebert, the film critic, gave more perfect reviews than pretty much any other film critic, and he's also known as one of the greatest of all time. Here's our first interaction with Paula. I gotta say, this game has given me a real appreciation for the name Paula. It's a name I've fallen in love with over the past couple playthroughs of it. I just really like phonetically how it sounds. So I'm going to save here just to make sure that we aren't... Okay, come on. Yeah, just to make sure that I hadn't saved anywhere else since, because it would be really annoying with the next section we have to do here if I had to go all the way back. Anyways, we're gonna head to the police station now for, honestly, one of the most shocking parts of the game. There's a couple really shocking parts of this game even now, which is, it's funny because this game came out and it was rated like E for everyone, or I don't know, whatever system they used before then. It was said to be a perfect game for like young children, and now with its reissuing since the Wii U, it's been rated T for teen, which is just funny to me. I like how the police captain's is made to very much stand out from his other cop counterparts. So yeah, here's the most shocking part of the game, when a bunch of police officers attack a child, and it's just kind of played off like it's funny, or it's like, you know, it's like an everyday thing. Come on, let's try to... Nah, I couldn't stop the battle before it got all the way down. Oh well. So I like to stay at the hotel before this, just so that I can have all of the PSI I can, so that I can... yes! I'm assuming cops have about 90 HP in this game. Just so that I can kind of use PK Rockin' in order to get through most of them, if not all of them, because if you don't... It's weird. There's a few just huge difficulty spikes in this game. Yeah, it's weird. 78 beat that cop, but I think when it did that on the first one, it didn't. That's weird. I don't know how HP works in this game quite well, or exactly. And I don't even know if the rolling dynamic even applies to them. It's something I'd be interested in learning at some... Wow, what the hell? What was that? That only did 47? That's so weird. Maybe it's like it gets weaker the more you use it. I hadn't paid attention to it before. And of course this cop doesn't even want to fight. So let's take on the lieutenant. I like how distinguished he is from the rest of the sprites of police officers. It's fun. Captain Strong came out swinging. Damn. Okay. Damn. Okay. I think he is... Oh, shoot. That is not good. Okay. I hope I can... Come on. Oh, damn it. See, that's why I hate this part of the game. Though I love the... Oh, shoot. No. Anyways, that was... Gosh, I haven't done that before. Anyway, that's the annoying thing about the early game of EarthBound, is how unforgiving it is. And like I said, there's just some random, like, super difficult spikes for no reason. And I think it's likely just to pad out the game a little bit so that you have to use your time doing some more training. Usually level 13 is able to get me through all of that, so that was bizarre to me. I thought I was going to get another little Paula cutscene there. Not really. But yeah, I think I quite justly warned you all that this wasn't going to be a perfect run or anything. I've never been able to get through this game without dying at least a few times, and usually most of those deaths are at the beginning of the game. So hopefully after we get through we'll be able to keep ourselves alive for the most part. Wait, shoot, no. Something I enjoy about this game is that it was marketed as playable with one hand, because all of the functionality you need outside of the D-pad, which is even on the left side of the controller, is in the L button for checking and talking to people as a shortcut. And they market it in a way that was like, you can play pizza while you play EarthBound. I think that's awesome. I wish more games had the kind of outside the box marketing EarthBound did, aside from the obvious, as this game sucks, you know. I don't know who was in charge of that. Especially considering the Mother series is marketed so emotionally in Japan, where it's usually sort of like emotional, like powerful emotion-driven marketing. There are some weird commercials for EarthBound I won't lie, there are weird commercials for it in Japan too, like how the boy band is part of it, and it's just people chanting "mother" in some commercials. It's bizarre, but honestly, it's even more it's still more truthful to the tone of the game than See, now I'm doing a lot more damage. This is weird. I haven't gained any levels. Anyway, goodness, my finger. Today's been a weird day. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to just attack. Well, guess I'll just roll with this. Not shoot. Oh man. I guess I'll try to heal at the beginning of the. Oh well, why couldn't I have got that the last turn? Dang it. I guess I'll try to just heal at the beginning of the Captain Strong battle. Hopefully that'll be okay. Most of the time, he spends at least one of his like first 2 or 3 turns defending or something. So hopefully I can get away with this. Oh, and I actually made it because of that to Captain Strong with. Oh, shoot. Oh gosh, okay. Wow, that was not good. Okay, we will continue to just heal, I guess. I guess I'm gonna throw it. Man, he is being relentless. Not even my apes can save me. Okay. Let's eat another hamburger, I guess. Oh, phew, thank God. See, that's that's kind of the nice thing about EarthBound is how often everything misses, including, well, it's I was about to say including yourself, but I would say most people probably don't like that. Wow, I don't know how he missed with that. I've never seen that happen. But early game especially, characters miss a lot, which can work to your advantage sometimes, but also sometimes you won't hit for like 10 turns. Okay, there we have it. I'm glad we were able to at least finish one net in this episode because there's it would have been a bit weird if I wasn't able to do that with 2 roughly 40-minute episodes. Okay, I don't even know what this room is intended to be. Is it supposed to be like the interrogation room or something? What do you have to say? Psst, I'm not really one of the gang. I'm a cop, even if I don't look like it. Ooh, whoa, that was weird. I got stuck. That's kind of weird. I was just stationary like that. I think he just gives you attitude if you talk to him. He's like, what do you, why don't you get out of here? I like how, in every version of EarthBound, like, cars just clip on there. Road to Tucson. Okay. Over here, I think there's an orange house. Yeah, there you are. Hello. I think there might be an orange house on the other side of this as well. I'm not sure. I don't understand the coloring in this, in these banners. I never have. And I think it's to emphasize the 1, but why would you try to emphasize the O and N as well? 1 on? I don't get it. It's pretty weird to me. I enjoy it though. I'm here for it. The weirdness of these games. Particularly EarthBound. EarthBound's kind of the weirdest of the bunch, honestly. It's the one that tries the hardest to be weird, and yeah, I don't know if it's even trying. It's just kind of inherently weird with the way its presentation is, and it plays it straight, which is why it's probably funny. I like this guy. I live rent-free in the mouse's house. The mice, and then he explains what they are. Anyway, in Japan, this kind of a mistranslated joke. It's that he's like, I have taken the liberty of mooching off of the mice. And it's funny because usually mice live rent-free with humans. Don't you like it when people explain jokes to you? I'll try not to do that for everyone, but I think I thought it would be interesting to hear. Hamburger, woo! It'd be interesting to hear how sometimes they don't translate well. And there are also some mistranslations that are hilarious. I do not want to fight the Ramblin' Mushroom. It's really annoying, and I don't want to deal with it. So, heading down here, I think that's an area that you really just never will... The outskirts of Onette, you'll just never visit again. Because there's not much of a reason to come back to Onette until late game. Welcome. Would you like me to tell you about Tucson? No, because she talks a lot. I feel rude saying that. I act so tough, but I always feel bad when I choose the mean response option in a video game. I want to go to this house because I think there's something pretty noteworthy in it. This little kid in blue here. Oh, missed him. Dad and Mom left for Happy Happy Village. They want to meet with the founder of the religion there. Ooh, interesting. Foreshadowing? Yes. So, as is rules in... Whoa, hello. As is the rule of EarthBound, next thing we want to do is go to the department store to check for upgrades. There's Mr. T. I don't know why this guy just looks like Mr. T. He's not supposed to be. He just has his direct likeness, which I don't understand, but, you know... 2040. Wow, we'll be there in the relatively near future compared to when this game came out. I think I'll take out 2000 because I am going to want to stay at the hotel after this. Anyway, let's head up. Moving on up. Okay. What's this? The bakery. Burger. 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 I don't actually generally buy many healing items from these stores. Usually I'm buying just the equipment upgrades and items for certain characters to use in battle. Can I get you anything? So, yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything for us here. Do these games say anything? No problem here. Okay. I want to visit my boyfriend at 3, except the bus won't go there. I wonder why. Remember her? She has an overarching story that I really enjoy, honestly. What do you have to say? I heard a meteorite crashed onto a hilltop near Winnett. That must have been exciting. It was. It sent us here. I love this guy. This NPC always sticks with me. I think he's really funny because he's so buff and macho. When we talk to him, I always feel much better after hearing my mom's voice over the phone. I was really homesick recently, and my mom cheered me right up. You should call your mom sometime. Believe me, those melancholy feelings will be gone before you know it. So I'm going to just not deposit my money back because we're gonna go to the... Oh man, I don't want to go. Oh great, I triggered this. There's the cycle shop there, and I don't find the bicycle particularly worth getting. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say, Fuzzy Pickles. I've heard stories of people hearing actual photographers say this, and I don't, and it just seems like no one can agree on if it's originated from this game or if it actually was a thing before it that not many people had heard of. But since he said that, let's call Mom. My son, who'd have thought he was such a brave kid? Oh yeah, you're a hero, honey. Click beep. That will prevent what's called homesickness. It's a status ailment that only Ness can get in the game. Because there's no because that I was just kind of talking without thinking. Anyway. And it can be cured by simply calling your mom. And there's no real rhyme or reason to when it hits. I've gone whole playthroughs without calling the mom where it never even comes up. And other times when it shows up every couple minutes. I like this NPC. What? So? What? Huh? Pardon? Jeez. You're annoying. Dang me. Yeah. Ah, haha. Hey you. Later days, pal. Ah, haha. It's so hot today. It rocks. Is it cold today? Oh, see ya. Here, get yourself a juice or something. Ka-ching! And he gives you $50, so you get a free stay in the hotel if you'd like, when you're only with Ness, which is pretty. I don't know. It's nice. It's forgiving, and I feel good. What does this bellboy have to say? You must be quite a rich boy to stay at such a nice first-class hotel like this one. Yeah, where you stay, where it's $50 a night. Oh man. I wonder if that was accurate pricing at all. Something tells me $35 a night was not accurate at all. Tonight the boogie is back. It's the Runaway Five's night. That was kind of a wait. What? Something about that read weird to me. I'm starting a line here. I want to take it for today's show, but I may not get it. I love staying in Q. I also love words that start with Q. Queen, quiet, quick. If I had some connections, I could waltz right in, but I'm just a regular Joe. Quite the scenario going on here. I guess I lost my ticket, so now I can't get in. The ticket counter at the department store was even sold out. I never heard of tickets being sold at a department store. I thought usually they were just at a ticket booth. The Runaway Five owe me a lot of money. They'll stay here until they pay me back. They might be here for 100 years, unless you decide to pay off their debt. No, I love this. I love this guy. He kind of looks like Aloysius Minch, which is a parody of Atticus Finch, obviously. But that's Porky's dad, for those who don't know. We, that's right, are the Runaway Five. We're popular, but not rich. We're being cheated by this theater, and we're really deep in debt. We may be popular, but that girl who lives at the house with the preschool is the talk of the town. I want to see her someday. Oh man, that's kind of awkward. A little young for you. Anyway, these are the two of the Runaway Five members, called the Tanzura Brothers in Japan, and they were actually dressed in black because they were based on the Blues Brothers, which Toei has cited as a direct inspiration for the game. Do you play some sports? If you do, that's fine by us. Tucson Athletic Community. Something about that was very funny to me. Oh, here's the hint man. Don't really need that. He'll just tell you where to go if you pay him a small fee if you're ever lost in the game. So I guess there's not much of a... Oh my gosh. I guess there's not much of a reason to get lost in this game. There's a line about these enemies. We're going to start seeing characters with blue skin. When they have blue skin, that means they're actually an enemy. That's going to age really weird, I assume. Anyway, there's a line that reads very poorly. Oh, hey, level 14. That was... Good thing I got that. Now we know paralysis. Very good. What's going on here? My daughter left for the big city to become a superstar. She's using a stage name, Vane or something. She's working hard. If we ever go to a city, we will have to look out for someone with Vane in their name. I also like talking to this dog. There was a kidnapping. Believe me, even though I'm just a dog. Woof. It's, so the animals are some of my favorite NPCs in this game. Now heading down. Here's Bergland Park. Bergland Park seems kind of dangerous, but there's some great stuff there. One of the biggest markets you'll ever find, now in Bergland Park. This is straight up called Bergland Park in Japan. There's plenty of stuff you can buy here, but most importantly is this guy. I own an antique shop. No one is buying or selling anything, so I was thinking of selling the for sale sign that sits in front of me. It's only $98. Please buy it. Yes, this is a very useful item. It's one I didn't even know about until the past couple years. You can use it to automatically sell something. I guess I'll demonstrate it right now. Use the for sale sign and a customer heads your way immediately. I saw your sign, so I thought I'd stop by. What are you peddling? I guess I'll sell the can of fruit juice. The can of fruit juice. How about $2? How's that offer strike you? I'll say no, I actually want it. You can't do that to me. What have you... Well, have you got anything else for sale? No. I can't believe it. After I took all the trouble to get out here. Okay, whatever. I'll actually use the can of fruit juice. But something notable about this guy's little stand is this Red Cross sign, which were originally used in the on the hospital signs in this game, but were taken out after it was ported to the United States because the Red Cross symbol is actually a copyright symbol and not just a generic symbol like I thought it was. Can I, use the map? There's the hospital sign up in the right corner there, just says hospital. It was just a Red Cross in Japan. And I like Ness's little pulsating face down there. I think it looks funny. Anyways, I think that's a pretty fair place to stop for this episode. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. I would love for more people to join this adventure with us. And next time, we'll be exploring more of Tucson and hopefully getting even more done. Take it easy and have a good night.